Alright guys, welcome to my Warlock leveling guide for Cataclysm. These are the topics we're going to cover. Best heirlooms and enchants, talents, glyphs and obviously what's the best pet, prequesting and fastest methods, and lastly how on earth do you actually play the class. For looms you want to go full Dread Mist set with major mana on the chest, Eye of the Beast trinket, ancient Blood Moon cape and the dignified headmaster's charge with plus 30 spell power on it. Staff of Jordan is also not a bad option if you can't be bothered farming those badges. Remember guys, since dots can now crit for a Warlock in Cataclysm, you really want to stack as much crit as you can while leveling up from your gear. Your best bet for talent while leveling is always Affliction when leveling a Warlock. It's really hard to beat how good they are at multi-spreading dots and staying on the move. This playstyle is even better in Cataclysm because Curse of Agony doesn't count as a curse anymore. It's now called Bane of Agony, so you can apply it with Curse of Exhaustion, the movement speed debuff. Oh, and all specs now get Souling. For pets, it's really up to you on what you prefer, but I personally think that the Imp and the Fell Hunter are the best, especially with the Imp glyph. On a PvE server I'd go Imp, but on a PvP server you gotta get that Fell Hunter out for the utility. But don't sleep on the Voidwalker, it's great for soloing elites and dungeons. If you're doing pre-questing guys, the best ones to get are definitely the dungeon quests, even the daily heroic ones, but the weekly raid quest won't grant any XP. If you've already done those quests, then what you want to do is just stack a load of dailies from Northrend, from the Sons of Hodor, Ogrim's Hammer and the Argent Tournament. I've actually made an optimal pre-questing route for all subscribers, just go to my channel page and check out my subscriber only video. Beyond level 29, once you unlock Curse of Exhaustion, it will become easier to solo dungeons, although grouping up is probably still better. The best strategy that I use is I solo dungeons while waiting for the random dungeon finder queue to pop, but if you find yourself actually getting more XP per hour when soloing, then just crack on soloing. Get the add-on Titan panel to track your XP per hour. I would recommend open world leveling 80 to 85 because you will need the rep for pre-raid best in slot gear and shoulder enchants from the Pharazane faction. Now by far the fastest way to level up in Cataclysm Classic is with a solid step-by-step leveling guide. Luckily Rested XP has got your back. The world record holding speed levelers have been working on the fastest route for months now. The guide is ready for a pre-order. I'd really appreciate it if you checked out the link in the description because it really supports this channel more than you could think. Now your playstyle is pretty straightforward, it hasn't really changed that much from previous expansions. You pop Curse of Exhaustion on the mobs, then you do Corruption, then Bane of Agony, and then you squeeze in Unstable Affliction casts with Eradication proc. This is a proc that allows you to cast faster. It procs from your Corruption ticks. Even better, you can squeeze in Seed of Corruption casts once you unlock it at level 72. You can also use things like Howl of Terror to keep the mobs off, and consume your Nightfall ticks with Shadowbolt. Use Lifetime to keep your mana up, and then use Drain Life on the last couple of mobs to keep your health topped up. Anyway guys, stay tuned, I'm going to be making class leveling guides to every class in the game for Cataclysm Classic. My name is Met Goblin, to my next video, ciao.